In 2023, New York City launched a major citywide campaign to boost literacy for all students after years of little progress. Called New York City Reads, the initiative required each of its 32 community school districts to choose one of 3 science of reading, phonics-based curriculums. On the Lower East Side of Manhattan, in Community School District 1, educators chose expeditionary learning after extensive deliberation with families and other stakeholders. This video and episodes to follow explore how District 1's efforts to scale up New York City Reads are unfolding during the 2024-2025 school year. This particular episode focuses on the district's work to develop a winning coalition of school leaders, educators, students, parents, researchers, advocates, elected officials, and policymakers to support the effort to scale up New York City Reads.
In District 1, we're a very diverse community. However, less than 50% of our students are reading on grade level. And many of our students attend District 1 schools starting in 3K. And so during their journey in District 1, there's an expectation that when they leave our care, that they are fluent readers.
I was a product of New York City public schools. I relied on public schools to teach me how to read. There's just so much learning that has happened over the years, and what is the science behind reading? And so I think it's really important to see New York City Reads as not just this initiative, but it's really a movement.
So we first started with surveying all of the different stakeholders, such as teachers, principals, assistant principals, parent leaders, and student government on what does the ideal literacy experience look like.
Once we decided that EL is what we were going to do as a school, as a district, the first thing that we did was we spent a lot of time with teachers unpacking the curriculum. Let's look through it, let's read it, let's understand it.
As a teacher and also as a principal, I've seen lots of different curriculums, lots of different initiatives. I think it's been a really positive experience for us as a district to all be rolling out a similar literacy curriculum, because we're just building a larger Critical Friends network of colleagues that are learning this together, using this together, and it allows us to collaborate across multiple schools, multiple ideas, multiple ways of thinking. So it's been a really positive experience so far.
What are the supports that are needed? What is the SEL support that is needed? What our successes look like in different classrooms? What were some of the strategies that teachers tried, and how do we replicate that so the successes can happen in other classrooms as well?
You can feel the energy of the teachers this year. Teachers are excited. They're enthused about coming in and really rolling this out because they know that there is results with this.
I can't even imagine coming in as a first year teacher doing this by myself. It's made the learning curve so much easier to navigate having a co-teacher. So I love that that's how this school runs.
I think it's not one or the other. I think you can do both. You can do definitely science of reading. This New York City Reads initiative is great, while also creating the space to foster the love for reading. It breaks my heart when I think of initiatives. It's like this or no, it can be this and.
We can do that.
We can foster the love for reading while also teaching our students how to read. Because if you don't teach them how to read, then they won't be able to develop a love for reading. So, I think it's a very interesting, dichotomous relationship that can happen simultaneously. It doesn't have to be one at the expense of the other.
This year I want to experience more trips, more like active learning. So we're able to really deeply understand our projects, what to do, and how they could relate to us, and basically to just feel our work.
The real life experiences that they get. They're able to take what we're learning about how other places get access to books, and they're able to relate that to them. How do we access books? How do we overcome challenges? And it's really great to see the connections from, the EL curriculum to their own lives, and it gives learning a new sense of meaning, really, and joy.
And I always say that It's not just about selecting a shared curriculum, or it's not just about teaching a curriculum. It's really about the entire literacy experience. And that's what New York City Reads brings. It makes sure that our families are stronger partners with their students' learning.
Last year, the district had some parent focus groups. We engaged our schools in the transition to EL.
With my daughter, she now, like, if I gave her a book, I'm like, Lucy, here, why don't you try this book? She'll blatantly tell me, no, that's too easy for me. For me, that, I can't even begin to explain how much joy that brings me.
My son's reading experience is mostly from school. He comes home with his EL homework and his poetry homework, and we do lots of like pronunciation. He knows all his vowels now. He's learning by phonics too, so he's like really dedicated to like pronouncing every single letter that he reads, and that's been helping him so much. Yeah.
When you see the difference on how it was very rigorous for the students. They didn't want to really read the book because they felt it was more of an assignment than enjoying the book. Now the students get to pick whatever book it is that they want within a certain genre that they enjoy. It helps our students really see the love in reading, to be very honest.
But it also takes a village, right? And to have all the stakeholders and all our city councilmen, all of our community advocates to work together to make sure that we have all the necessary resources.
I mean, we want every single child in New York City to be able to read and to read confidently. And those building blocks start at the earliest age, but we need to meet kids where they are at the moment and make sure that they can continue to read and develop a love for reading.
And that's what NYC Reads does. It also connects culture as well, and that's very important. Before we were just reading to read, but now they can, wow, this is my abuela, this is my abuelita. I can see myself in these stories, and that's very important.
There's just a lot more joy in the classroom. So New York City Reads is, in addition to learning how to read, is also to improve the literacy experiences overall.
You have my support as the education chair, and Councilor Martino, you have my support as your chair as well, to make sure we see this to the finish line. And thank you for including parents in this journey. If parents are not on this journey, we're not going to succeed. Right. So the fact that you're partners and you owning this ownership and then empowering you as a parent, and that your child sees that, they're gonna flex their muscle like, look, I can read. My mother taught me. My dad, right? Exactly.